Guys, so in today's video I'm gonna be doing a what is on my Huawei P30 Pro. Now this is my second phone. They lent me the phone to test out for a few months, and I'm just gonna show you guys what's on there, what I've been using. Now there are not a lot of apps, but just some of these apps that I have you might find interesting. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing in this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey guys, so right now I'm going to be showing you guys everything that is on my Huawei P30 Pro. So all the apps that I use and love to use on this phone, and the reason why I have these specific apps. Now, in order to keep my phone as organized as much as possible, I activated the app drawer just because there are a lot of apps on Android that I just don't want there, but that are sometimes maybe needed, but most of the times I'm not gonna use it. So to organize it all, I just put everything in an app drawer, and then I just kept my most used apps here on the front. Okay, so for my home screen, I have this setup. The only widgets that I actually need on my phone is the weather and the time. I don't really have anything else that I really need as a widget on my phone, so I just settled for this one widget just to keep it plain and simple. Now here at the bottom, you'll see I have all my most used apps. So I have WhatsApp. I don't use this too much on this phone just because I have my other phone with my main SIM card in it. But I have some things, if I need to send a photo from this phone to my other phone, I can do that over WhatsApp. It's very fast, so yeah, I do that. And I also have YouTube on here, just if I want to watch any YouTube videos, anything like that, I can do that on here as well. Next up, we have just this thing that opens up the app drawer, and next to that we have YouTube Studio. If you don't know what YouTube Studio is, it's basically just to organize your YouTube videos. You can reply to comments really easily, see all your analytics and everything. It's very nice and useful, so I love having YouTube Studio on any phone. It just makes accessing comments and things like that very, very fast. Next up, we have Gmail. So I have that for my personal email and my business email, things like that. I have Gmail on here as well. I just find Gmail is my favorite email app just because it's very fast to switch between different emails and just sorts everything out very good. So yeah, that's why I have Gmail on here. Now for more of my apps here on my home screen, we have the Play Store on here. If I need to quickly download something, I have that here on the home screen. We have Facebook, which I rarely go on, but I do have to post a few things on the Huawei fans Facebook group, so that's why I have this on here, especially on this phone. Next up, we have Google AdSense, and that is to manage any finances or anything that YouTube brings in, so from ads and things like that. So that's what AdSense does. We have Google Chrome for my main web browser on my phone here. Then next up, we have Instagram on here. Here you can see my Instagram feed, plug, and then yeah, I go on here sometimes, you know, when I'm bored or anything, I can just scroll through Instagram, so I have that on here as well. Then we have Twitter. I rarely use Twitter that often. Sometimes I use it. I just don't go on here too frequently. So yeah, I have it on here if I want to scroll through. But Twitter, I mostly just read through. I never post something myself really. So yeah, that's what I use Twitter for. Then Netflix, I like to watch on here just because the screen is really nice and it's a big screen. So I have Netflix on here to watch any shows or anything, so I love watching Netflix on this phone. And then I have Prime Video, which is kind of like Netflix but just Amazon version, so there's also series and movies on there that I can also watch. Then we also have the camera app on here just because this phone's camera is amazing, so I have that on here, so it's one of the first things I can access and quickly take a photo. So yeah, that's why I have all these on my home screen. Then we have this screen, which has just some random apps that I maybe don't use too often, but I like to have them here still. First one is Power Director. Now, I made a video on using Power Director. If you want to go check that out, I'll have it on the cards up top. So I have that here. It's an editing program for Android, and it works really well, so I have that on here. Then I have the McDonald's app, which I don't really use that often, but I have it on here if I need it. Then I have Webtoons, which is kind of like reading comic books on your phone. There are a few cool things on here that I like to read. They're not too much of like something I like, but there are a few good
comics on here, so I love to read that. Next up we have Pinterest, which I rarely go on, but it is here when I'm feeling the need to be inspired or anything, so I have Pinterest on here as well. Then we have PUBG, which I love to play with the nice graphics that it can give me on this phone. This phone is very powerful, so having good quality graphics is something that I really love, and PUBG is just a fun game for me to play. I prefer PUBG over Fortnite, don't kill me, but yeah, so that's what I have on here. I love the look of the graphics on here, so PUBG is also something that I frequently go on. Next up we have Google Drive. That's just to quickly access files or anything. Google Drive is great for that, so I have Google Drive on here to transfer any files or anything onto my phone from different devices. Okay, so Huji is one of my favorite apps for taking photos. I use this all the time. I haven't used it so much on this phone. I've recently installed it on here, but it gives it that old VCR kind of look for your photos. I really love this app. So here you can see what it looks like. It gives it a timestamp, and all the colors are just really bright and vibrant, so I really love this app to take photos. I really recommend it, and one of my favorite things is that it doesn't use a watermark or anything. You just get nice quality photos. And lastly, we have Over, which is an app that I love to make photos, like edit photos with adding text over photos. It's very fast and easy to use, so I can easily create a photo or anything with this. So you can see I can just quickly add this photo over. I can do some adjustments, I can add some text, and it's very simple and easy to use. So I recommend this to anyone who maybe makes thumbnails or anything. I absolutely love this app, and it's super easy to use. So yeah, this is also one of my favorite apps to use. Then when we go in my app drawer, there's not actually much here. You can just quickly see I love assistive touch, because when I make videos you can easily see where I tap when, so that's something that I like to use just to make it easier for my viewers to see when I'm typing on something. Here you can see some other editing apps like InstaShot or KineMaster. Those are also really cool editing apps, video editing apps. And yeah, that's basically it, and just all the apps that you've already seen from me. You also have Story Art here. I forgot about this. It's basically like to create cool photos and collages. It's an editing app. Some are locked, so you need the full version, but there are some really cool ones that you can choose from, and then you can make really cool collages, mainly for Instagram stories and things like that. But I have that on here as well if I need to make something. So yeah, that's everything on my Huawei. I just want to disclaim, I know there's a lot of things going around about Huawei and their software and everything, but I just thought it would be fun to share, guys, what I have on my phone, and we'll see what the future holds for Huawei.
So that was everything that was on my Huawei P30 Pro. I hope you guys found this video enjoyable and interesting, and maybe it gave you guys some ideas for apps that you could use on your phone. Definitely subscribe by clicking on the icon on the screen. Click on the playlist to see all of my other Huawei related videos, and click on the video to my previously uploaded video. Love you guys so much. Be weird and be proud of it. Bye.